I'm guessing the cable's a bit dodgy. Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus, and today we're going to be streaming a bit more Factorio. I'm finally reviving the Aesthetic series. I will be totally honest, I haven't a clue where we are. I did fire it up earlier, and I think basically I'm trying to expand the sort of area of coverage. Well, what I did do, I do remember doing between the last stream essentially and this one is going for a boat ride. So we did this partly on stream, but I went for a bit of a boat ride, and that it gets a bit sort of deceptive in that you get a weird scaling effect with Factorio maps. In that, you know, this is a big space, that's a big area, and then the more and more of it you oh, meowing. Hello, Sydney von Eisty. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so I went for a bit of a boat ride and sort of uncovered this area between streams. As you can see, I sort of got to a point where I was like, this is a very long way. And so I just sort of cut it off. It's not really... I have a horrible feeling that really I should switch to a different map and we should sort of start again, because I'm not sure this is quite what I want. Because if you notice here, it's all purple. It's all this purple stuff. And I think it's because I've got the scaling wrong on RSO. And because I wanted more variety of thing. Obviously, you've got this white, you know, like snowy thing, but then everything else, as you can see, is purple. Now I could do things where, I mean, I could sort of cheat it a bit, but we've obviously got Dectorio, and I could lay down different types of land myself, but that's going to take absolutely ages. You know, I plan to do a bit of that anyway and make them look pretty, but I didn't anticipate like completely landfilling half of a continent, you know. So I don't know. I have a horrible feeling this isn't kind of going to work in a sense. Also, as you can see, these patches, all patches, get bonkers. They're just all over the place and massive. And again, that's not really what I'm after. What I want is like a massive patch, but then like nothing for ages. And as you can see, we've got, I mean, look at that. We've got copper, 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 you know, copper, copper. It's absolutely bonkers. And it's because I've obviously set it up wrong. But it's taken ages to get here. So I kind of want to plough on. And we have also this issue that the biters are absolutely way evolved. I think I'm in the way, aren't I? Let's have a look. Can we get that up? No. There we go. Evolution. Yeah, so the evolution factor is 0.8467, so they're way, way, way evolved. And we've not like claimed any space, so taking any space is going to be a bit of a nightmare. I started on the artillery, as you can see, and this kind of gives you an idea of the scale problem, in that that's the entire range of the artillery. So I can obviously clear it out, but what I've decided to do instead, and what we'll try and do today, is build some Spidertrons. We'll try and get a bit of an army of Spidertrons going, but I'm going to have to set up all the builds for that because it's not ready yet. So I have already got a bunch of rockets being made. We can probably increase this because we've got some artillery here, but I can just just extend this a bit, basically, I think. I'm going to need to move that over, aren't I? In fact, I need to be careful because on all my other... Oh, that's too far, isn't it? So I think that'll work if I do that. There we go. Because that needs to be there. On all my other series, I've got like creative mod and super bots and stuff, but I don't want to overtax the bots. So if we grab a copy of this, I could use the explosive, you know, rockets. They are quite fun to play with, but there's also a real chance you blow your own stuff up, which is not very convenient. So we'll get another set of that on the go. Have we got bot coverage down here? Yeah, we have. Okay, so they'll do that for us. But otherwise, yeah, we need to set up some Spidertrons and sort of mass produce them. Which means producing a whole bunch of components that we're not already making. Right, so Spidertrons are here, aren't they? So what do we need? We need radars and RCUs, identity structures, rocket launchers. It's a whole load of weird stuff, isn't it? Oh yeah, fish. Okay. I think I got requested chests. I have. Have I got any in the network? Because we can probably just start setting up some, you know, bot-based builds. But I have a horrible feeling I haven't got anything in a. You know, it's all in sort of wooden and steel chests and stuff. So maybe if we switch them all over to passive providers, if there are any. It's a bit generic change that might not be a good idea to just slap that on, but because I'm surprised if we got some. Oh, there's 5. Okay, right. If I do that, is it just because I've not put anything in a chest? I've got 45, but that's probably a storage area, is it? Yeah, that's them. So why have I not got anything in chests? They're in chests. They are. So are they, as is that. That's being done. Why is there... Oh, that's the... Okay, that should be a requester anyway. So they're all... Oh, right, I've only got level 1 on speeds and stuff. Okay. That's requesters. Okay, so we need to set up some efficiency modules. Might as well stick them next to the these ones here. Oh, we're getting an attack coming in. Oh yeah. So I am slowly trickling this out, so we might as well just continue some of that. So we just put. I just built this little, you know, whatchamacallit? What would you call that? Artillery expansion thing, and it's just creeping its way out. Or we're just creeping it out. Power pole by power pole. We could probably do with one more here as well. Obviously, I'm not extending it too far because, you know, it'll trigger attacks and, you know, it takes a while for the bots to build it. We can add one on here. Oh, they're not done yet. Okay. We want one on here as well. So if I just sort of do a range out there. Because we might as well use them. I built a load of... Oh, does this not even have robobots on it? Okay, I guess that was where I got to. Let's find a robobot to copy. There we go. Yeah, I'm not... I kind of want the bots to be there. Sorry, I want the biters to be there. You know, and be part of the game. Particularly because I enjoy building defences, but it's kind of been a bit more trouble than it's worth, really. So I think if I was doing this again, maybe turn them off altogether. Or maybe set them on passive or something, you know. Right, so let us see if we can make some efficiency modules. We need level 2, he says, not remembering. I'm hitting F because that would be Dyson Sphere program. Where are you in vehicles, aren't you? Where is it? There it is. So it's, oh, it's level 3. Oh, bum. Okay. Am I even making... I must be making blues somewhere. How about then? We just make it wherever, but I'll make sure I've got reds and greens and stuff in a chest. Because I think that's what we're missing, basically. But I'll add sort of a bit in there. So I'm a bit unsure on this. The idea, so basically, last week I finished my series on, in fact, no, let's just use them. I finished my Dyson Sphere program series. Hugely enjoyed it. So, as per usual, I really like that game. But I'm not kind of willing to like go past. I'm not interested in trying to build a mega base yet. It's also pretty clear my current system would probably not be able to handle a huge scale base anyway. Have I not got any filter inserters, crikey? Yeah, so having finished that, my sort of plan the next 2 weeks is to basically stream Factorio every day, all the day, as it were, at the weekend. So it'll be 4 Factorio streams. Oh, I guess it's not in that. Yes, it is. Oh, why did that not appear before then? So yeah, there'll be lots of Factorio this weekend and next weekend. The weekend after is when I go to the WASD, WASD event, so there'll be no streams at all. I might try and do a vlog or something like that, you know, a vlog. Maybe. Talk about some of the games I've played, but they tend to be an incredible. I find them quite hard. I'm a big one on scripting videos like that, and it doesn't really work with that sort of format. I'm not very good off the cuff unless I've got something to do like this, play a game. Right, so they're in the network. We could put copper in as well, if it isn't already. I mean, they may well be there already, but we might as well, you know, add them on to make sure so that we can make some stuff. Yeah, so as I say, lots of Factorio over the weekend. That shouldn't be that because I need filter inserter. Try not to build on the path, but there we go. So we want connected to the network. Copper 200. Copper there. A lot of them probably are in the network. It's just almost just making sure because I can't remember. That one we can use a long-handed on. And wrong thing. Network. Bricks. Oh, they're in Dictorio, aren't they? Oh, no. Bricks less than C5. Okay. Now, what have we got available here? In fact, let's just make sure everything is properly available. So, got passives there, that's okay. That should probably be a requester. Requesting in them. Oops. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That should also be a requester. Mm-hmm. 100. Yeah, and I'm going to do Crestorio 2 tomorrow, and we'll do... Oh, hello. Oh, you posted already. The weekend was not enough hours for all the people doing a lot of their stuff all the time. You and another streamer doing Factorio. Another one does a whole weekend cat a day stream drawing charity, and the other one continues her art stream. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not. If there's a, how to put it? Don't want to put it in a dismissive way, but I mean, I'm not. You know, if you want to, someone else don't feel you need to watch me. I mean, my VODs go up on YouTube if you wanted to catch up or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'm not. You know, particularly if they're like, you know, monetizing or whatever, and you want to, you know, give them bits and all that sort of stuff. It's I'm happy, you know, if you want to just catch up on this later or, you know, any of that stuff. But I say, I mean, I only stream, so I'm only streaming, I'm not streaming more, it's just switching it over to Factorio, so it's just 2 hours a day, and then 3 on Saturday and Sunday, and then 2 on the Monday. But also, you know, if you're not interested in some of the series, they're quite different. So there's Crash Storio 2 and this aesthetic one, which I've not done for a while, and the Blueprint series. They're all quite different. So I appreciate people may not want to watch, you know, all of those. So there's a bit of variety there. But yeah, it is difficult. I didn't mention the flight service. It's difficult. I know to kind of, you know, you sort of want to watch, you know, lots of your different streams. I suppose, in a sense, it's an advantage TV has, doesn't it? That it's easier to catch up on things and stuff like that. What am I trying to link this to? So this needs to be level 1. So I don't mean that in a... I'm not saying, you know, go away. It's sort of lovely to have everyone and anyone watching. No, it needs to be 50, doesn't it? Not 100. No, not 500. Da-da-da. But yeah, say if... Why is that switched on? Logistic network. What? If that's less than 50. Why is that turned on then? Oh, I think it's because it doesn't count requested chests, does it? There we go. That's better. Yeah, it doesn't count them when it's a requester. Forgot that. Right. So these can be steel. Whoops. Can be steel. And that's passive, so that's fine. That's a passive. These need to be steel chests. Am I not building steel anywhere? No, I'm not, am I? So actually one of these does need to be a passive provider. And then we should connect that one. Make sure there's 100 of those available. Oops. And that's a passive, so it will count it. Cool. Okay. Because I haven't even set up like requests on this or anything like that. Okay, so the other ones then. We've got greens there. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Oh, am I putting batteries in anywhere? I don't think I am. Okay, let's get them in the network somewhere. Maybe here. And then... Oh, is that not powered? Okay. That's annoying. Put that there. No, if we connect that like that. And then... that there. Set that to, I don't know, 200. A lot of these, it looks like there's already stuff in the networks. I mean, with some things, it's pretty easy to decide if the artists were at my PC yet. There wouldn't be any question. Okay. Want to see or draw my new badge? One of the main reasons I decided to get it done. If I just watch work on it, and I have a direct influence. I see something going wrong. Oh, right, okay. Is that, you mean badge as in, like, digital badge? Or, you know, physical, like, pin badge? Why has that got so few in? Huh. They only stacked to 30. That's odd. Got all the stuff. Oh, there's concrete. Okay, so it looks like we've all got that stuff in. Have I got, like, anything extra here? I don't think I have I? No. She draws digitally, but I'll print it and use it as a physical badge. Oh, cool. And she actually streams, you know, drawing the badges sort of thing for, you know, the commissions. Excuse me. Have we got motors in the system? Yes, we have. I've probably done a lot of this. I just don't really remember. Where are you even? Oh, there you are. Okay. Outputting it. Got all of them. I've been way too efficient. Got blues. That's good. And low densities. Okay. More batteries there. And then this is all the robot stuff. Okay. We've got a robot jobby there. And then all this. Okay, excellent. So, I've been a lot more switched on building this than I thought I had, to be honest with you. I thought I was going to be spending ages fixing all the chests and stuff. But just a little bit of tweaking, basically. Okay, so, if we want to build... First off, we need to build these, don't we? Now, to build them, it's basically a chain. I'll probably just do 1 to 1 to 1, because how many does a Spidertron use? Excuse me again. 2. So it's not exactly a massive amount that it needs. So we'll just build. In fact, let's get them requested. No, I forgot to set the top. Oh. Right. So I'll just do a sort of chain of buildings there. Yeah, kind of a double income. Well, I won't complain since she offers her work too cheap anyways. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think it's a difficult one, isn't it, art, you know, because it's like, it's difficult to know the sort of value of it, or, you know, to sort of pricing yourself out of the market is quite, you know, quite easy, because you see, you know, really talented artists, as you say, sort of offering, oh, it should be a requester, I'm an idiot. You know, offering the services, and it's like, you know, well, I'm not sure if you're American or whatever, but sort of $10 each, and you're like, well, you know, that's nothing for what it is, sort of thing. Or and you see someone else is, you know, $1,000, and it's like, that's a lot of money for a, you know, a simple picture sort of thing. So it must be very difficult to know where to pitch your prices at, basically. So we want more than that. We'll bump that up to 20. And we'll bump that up to 20. And we'll bump that up. Excuse me. To 20. So this isn't efficient or anything, but it'll get a few made that we need. So like 20 there. In fact, I can take that request off because it's direct inserting them. Okay, so that gets us a stacker then. We'll set that to, oh, I don't know. So I'm going to make a lot of Spidertrons, but they're only 2 each. So if we set that to 50, there's always then a load available. Next one then. So a Spidertron also uses things like legs, doesn't it? It does use legs. So I think we'll just go with, you know, the sort of boring standard, you know, a requester and a provider type of situation, I think. Like that, and then we can put that there. And then we can just copy this up a bunch of times, basically. Okay, so first one is legs. And there, I mean, obviously we want to put legs in them anyway, so hopefully all that's in there. That's what I was trying to check, but you never know. So if we put that on 100, put that on, say, 50, and that on 100, and then we want, oh, put them the wrong way around. That's well done. And then we want, I don't know, 10 legs or something available. It'll take them a while to fill this up. In fact, actually, we could start some more split researches. So, I guess that would be useful because we want to clear things out. In fact, it would, but let's not do it first. Let's do cargo, speed, and battery. And then lasers. I guess inserter as well. Oh, I haven't got queued up things on this, have I? What an idiot. Okay, let's just do the cargo first then. I thought I had queued up research, but as per usual, I forgot to do it. A 1000 by 1000 pixel badge for €40 is too cheap. Sketching is like 20 minutes, inking is another 20 to 30. Colouring goes up to 90 minutes, and then she adds shading as well. Another 36 minutes, that is too... Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, that's... So that's... 30... quick math, 40. And if that's an hour, 100... 190. That's best part of 3 hours to build... well, I assume she does that on stream then, if that's about sort of 3 hours. You know, she does it all on stream. So that's €40 for 3 hours work is not a good rate, not for an artist anyway. Because it's only what 17 or something euros an hour, which you say for a what I would classify as a skilled profession, it's not a good rate. Right. But then don't get me started on the value of work. It's yeah. Certain things are not sufficiently valued in my opinion, and other things are rather overvalued, shall we say. I guess I need to put buffer chest on for all of these as well, don't I? I don't know what I've got in a buffer, but just in case. It should be on by default, I think. I know why they didn't, but that should be a default one. Right, next one then. So a spider also needs... What? Wait, that's not the right menu, is it? Spider also needs... Well, it needs fish, but that's fine. So we've got low-density structures anyway. Rocket launchers. Or portable fusion. I think we should have radars. So maybe if we do rocket launchers. Crikey, where the heck are rocket launchers there? There we go. Because they're quite simple. Oops, and then 50 there. Oops, missed again. 50 there. And then, I don't know, we only need a few. So maybe 10 or something. It takes a little while to make a Spidertron anyway, so I'll set that to 10. Okay. What else do we need? We need... So we've got... Well, I mean, raw fish hopefully we've got, but I can always go and fish them. RCUs we should be making somewhere. Oh, no, you don't need them for that, do you? Okay, so we need to make RCUs. Which are in what menu? Any guesses? There we go. So blues and speed module ones. Now they were being made up there. But. And then I think in it somewhat bonkers for RCUs on the Spidertron. 6 no, it's the low densities that is bonkers. So maybe if we set this to 50. I've forgotten where they are again. There they are. Set that to 50, in which case I think I might bump that up. 5 at least. Exactly, even if you say she talks half an hour on stuff, waiting feedback and such, here's a freelancer who needs a certain hourly rate. 15 years isn't exactly what you should consider appropriate. Do photography as a side business as a freelancer, and I call 40 years an hour, and the clock ticks every 30 minutes. Half an hour jobs are not existing, by the way. Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. That's a much more decent sort of an hourly rate. And I suppose, technically, I guess her overheads are low. I don't know if she streams at home, sort of thing, but even so, it's not a great rate that for an artist. I mean, are you talking, especially, I mean, are they, how to put it, are they a popular artist as well? I don't know if that's the right term, but if they're fairly well known, and they've got an audience of people who want to commission them, sort of thing, then they should be able to command a better rate than that, and I don't think people would complain. There must be one more thing I'm missing, because it doesn't feel like we've got everything. So, I say raw fish we can fish, RCUs we've just done, we know low density structures are there, module 3s, rocket launchers, portable fusion reactor. Okay, how do we make one of them then? So, where would they be? They'd be in military, wouldn't they? Blues and more LCUs. They're quite a lot, aren't they? Yeah. So I'll round that off. That to that. And then, but it's only like one, isn't it? Excuse me again. I threw something. I threw a bit of a snack down because I'd sort of been working up to about 20 minutes ago. Well, 20 minutes before the stream, anyway. And it's sort of repeating on me, shall we say? What am I looking for? I'm looking for Spidertron. Oh, it's 2, Paul. Oh, correct. Right. We'll set it to 5, I guess, then. And we need them to put it in it, as it were. We need them to insert, to power it, basically, all of its equipment. So, set it to 10. Wonder if that should actually be a stack inserter then, since that's quite hungry. I hope these are set so... Wait a minute, why are you not... Oh, you're chunking away, okay. We'll put some speeds in, but I've only got level 1 speeds. Oh, it's put them... it's put them in the thing, not in there. In fact, I should put them on there as well. So I've got some of them. Let's just speed everything up. I think that's everything. So we'll then make... If I use that again, but I got to flip that round. Yeah, copy that. Okay. So, Spidey. And that should definitely be a stack. So it's going to take a while. I might double some of these productions up, actually. Doesn't look like we have got any fish. Okay. Have I got some water? Oh, not really. Let's go and do a bit of fishing then. While it chunks away and makes some, but we'll set this to like, oops. I say I want like an army really eventually, so we set that to say 5. And it can slowly build them up, but which ones are the slow ones? So, I mean, the real problem is going to be bringing the stuff in. More than you know, needing more parallel production. Because I've only got level 1 speeds. I do have electric motors going in the system somewhere, don't I? Well, I would have if we were making them. So, let's increase this. So we do that there. And then that there. And that there. We'll have to increase the motors as well. Where the heck are they coming from? Oh, they're part of it, sorry. Yeah, that should be okay. Bing, bong, bing. So that'll help out a little bit with the cargo side. They'll move stuff about. Let's do speed next. I think I half finished, started a point and didn't finish it there. Basically, oh, they got a bunch of companions as well. That's interesting. Huh. Because I'm wondering about making a big gang, basically. What was I going to do? I was going to go fishing, because we need fish. But yeah, so we also need to make, you know, well, we've got legs, but we need to make shields, I guess batteries. They're a bit counterproductive, batteries, usually, I find, with Spidertrons, but I suppose we can stick a couple in. Are there any fish? Fishy fish? Oh, have I not got a robot? Oh, no, I haven't. Okay. Huh. But yeah, so we need to make... I mean, we've got, you know, fusion reactors and legs, so we need shields. But obviously level 2... In fact, have I researched shields? Yes, I have. We need shields. I mean, you can put lasers in them, but it's sort of a bit pointless. And level 2 batteries, basically. So, yeah, we've got everything, but we'll have to feed them in, because you need the level 1s to make the level 2s. Yeah, that'll be okay. Right, so let us see if we get... How many fish have we got? I can't see them. Where are the fish? Oh, there we go. Oh, no wonder there's none in the system. I've got 48 on me. Any there? Oh, loads there. Have them. Oh, that's going to be too far away, isn't it? You can. I've seen people set up like automated fishing things. I know you can. I can't remember what you launch. You launch. I can't remember. There's something you can launch, and it'll in a rocket, and it'll give you fish. I can't remember what it is that you launch, but it's if you've made a world without any water in it, you know, or with virtually no water, or you know. You want to automate it, I guess you could set up a rocket and launch it. It seems a very expensive way to get fish. Okay, so let us dump some of those out into that. And then I'll come and connect that. So what are we short of? Oh, radars. Are these being put in a chest as well? No, they are not. And that's also not covered by a roboport. Okay. So, I guess if we just maybe put that there. Oops. And then set... Oops. Why does it not show it? strange. I guess if we just set that to 50. So it's a stack. Let's switch that out for a stack inserter. No. Oh, it's... Oh, crikey. Okay. Huh. Right. Interesting. So, we're missing those because we're missing blues. Can we boost up blue production easily? It'll be a tiny little thing, I imagine. In fact, it's here, isn't it? Yeah. So they're lacking green circuits. Okay. Yeah, so I think I started it again and didn't finish it. So Factorio 2 tomorrow, and then the Blueprint series on Sunday, and then this again on Monday. So it'll be roughly, you know, the same sort of amount of hours for the next couple of weeks for each series. But I was quite keen to get this going again. After that, I say I'm going to WASD, and then I'll take Easter off because, why is that backed up with only 2 lanes going through? What have I done there? I guess, have I got any red belt production at all? No. Okay. Because I was doing this thing of doing it a bit differently, wasn't I? Let's just do a separate sort of production for red belt. And I'll just manually make, because we need gears. And then we need yellow belt. I'll just make the splitters and we'll boost that up to red belt, basically. Right, so gears and things. So ideally there. We'll maybe put that out the top. Gears again. Do you need iron plate? No. Not even got blow inserters, or stack inserters, or long-handed. I must have just finished the bots and sort of left it at that, basically, and not set a lot of the stuff up, really. Anyway. Splitters. Oh, okay. Imagine that's not very quick at all, so can I speed it up a little bit? I mean, you need loads of gears for belt, so... Right, if we were to make splitters in particular, we would need green circuits, and there we would need... Okay. Because these two I think we can just, like, you know, logistic request over. Because they're relatively... not that one. No, we can do that, I guess. No, let's do underground first. Because that's gears. So we do another gear machine there. And then red undergrounds. And then we do Majesticals there. Red splitters, yeah, okay. Because that doesn't need, yeah, anything else. So we can do another thing there. Okay. So we want output, but we need input. Input. Yeah, because we need. I guess I could stick them in the. Is that going to matter? I don't think that'll matter, will it? Let's just put them in separate chests and limit it old school. And then this requester needs all sorts of things in it. So it needs some yellow bell, yellow underground. It needs some yellow splitters. It needs green circuits. What else? Oh, nothing else. Okay. So that's limited. That's limited. Again, we could probably give them a beefing. Cool. Okay. So that gets us a bit of red belt production, which then lets us boost up a couple of these belts. So we needed, I mean, I guess it's all of these really, but if we do the, I'll just do it sort of crudely, because, oh, actually, we need some blooming roboports up here. Yeah, it looks like I must have, so, you know, I just don't know what, I don't actually know what I did, as it were, because it was months ago, actually, I played this, but I clearly got to the bots phase, and then that was obviously the end of where we got to. So, right, what next? Ideally, we'd do another worker robot speed, but that's white science. I want to leave white science until all these factories are all set up. But we can give the battery one, which will get them running for longer, so less charging up. But what we can also do is start buffing some of the lasers. So that's only 200. Yeah, let's go with one of them. Yeah. And that'll improve. So what I can do, I forgot to add more of these on, didn't I? Oh well. Right, so if we start adding a bit here. Like that. Oh, I never put the... No. Line out like that. In fact, that's a bit of a rubbish place for that, isn't it? Full stop. Because it's not that far down from that one. Oh, go on, let's just pop them in, because they're easy enough to pick up again. I think I might do a few here, because how far out does... Yeah, we'd need to get that far before we even encounter any proper biters, so... Yeah, let's just pop a few in and let them have some fun. Oops. Because artillery is pretty efficient for clearing them out if you've got reasonable defences. It's not sort of problematic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So about there. So yeah, it's sort of max range there. And obviously, I mean, what I'm really doing is using this to, you know, to clear out the nests, basically. But it has quite a short range. Now, there is that howitzer that I've added in as a mod. But that turned out to be horrendously expensive to build, so I've not actually used it. It'd probably end up being a sort of decorative thing, really. Be on the eventual military factory. Oh, missed. Cool. Oh, well, we could do the same over here, couldn't we? Now these are built. Bit of clearance here. Oh. No, so I guess... Oh, well, that's not done. Right, how are we doing? So, we've got red belt, so we can upgrade some of this. So we'll just sort of do green belt first, because we know that one's struggling. So I'm just doing it haphazard, because I don't care if there's like random extra boosts to, you know, unconnected green circuits, as it were. Unconnected things unconnected to green circuits. Because it probably all wants to go to red belt anyway. Right, let's let them do that. And see if we've built a Spidertron finally. Because we set one of them up. No, we haven't. What are we missing? Still missing low density structures. Okay. Not least of all because... Oh, right, so it's blue circuits we were doing that for. So hopefully that'll boost up what's going on there. Eventually. So let's have a look at low density structures. So we can instantly put in some speeds and prods. There's a little bit of extra stuff. We could probably do level 3 machines actually, couldn't we? Right. Make 15. Okay. Bing bong bing. That was quick. Let's do the damage next. Trying to avoid handcrafting all the modules, given we've got some available in the system. I mean, we could probably support more machines as well. Suspect this may be one that sort of dies very quickly, though. Because I don't think we're making a lot of plastic. Right, so if I do some of this building as well, what does that look like? Oh, it's only made 6. Oh, okay. Power's not great. Huh. Power's probably not great. Okay. I mean, I can fairly easily just copy these up, but I'm giving the bots even more jobs to do, which is not great. So, yeah, easily add. I'd rather not do it across my little road, because then I'll just crash into them. And then one more. Yeah. I don't think I'm making wind turbines here. I think they're all being made down here. I guess the other thing, in fact, this is what I was doing, wasn't it? I was trying to get some... Oh, we got 52. Okay. We could maybe get some Covarex enrichment on the go then. Not a lot, just a little bit, you know. Just to boost that up so that we can maybe start making nuclear power. Yeah, okay. So I'm definitely not making them. So I need a bunch of steel. In fact, why don't I put some of these on here? Because why have robot slaves and then go around picking your own stuff up like some kind of pleb? I mean, you know. Beyond the pale. Having to do everything manually. Batteries. Green. In fact, I've not set any of these up, have I? I promise at some point I will actually make these aesthetic factories that I'm talking about. Like I say, I managed to get myself into a bit of a tricky situation. With everything. Did I put all the chests up? No, I haven't. Dear me. Oops. Okay. Pipes as well. Blimey. That'll do. That'll do. We're not about inventory management today. Okay. Wow, that made a big difference. Yes, I've given the bots like 1,000,000 jobs to do. Almost literally. Because that's going to take them ages to fill out. Which will hamper the production of our Spidertrons. Can I fill the role of a bot manually? Oh, I think there's one there. There's one there. Oh, it's two. Two Spidertrons. The luxury. Okay, so that's the Spidertron. So I forgot to make the batteries and stuff, didn't I? In fact, let's do it that way around. And then we can do battery 1, battery 2, and then we can put them right next to each other like an idiot. Battery 2. So we want requester there. Well, doesn't matter, does it? But there, provider. Okay, so requester. In fact, that could just be a steel, I guess. Not going to use battery 1s for anything. So we want to set that to be battery 1s less than no, 100. But it's like 10, isn't it, to make one battery 2? So let's go with the damage again. Shooting speed again. What was that? So I say it's like 10 to make one. So if we set that to 20, so it's got a couple of stacks ready to go. Then it needs blue circuits and, in fact, let's do that. Because you need steel and batteries. Which are where? Intermediate steel, batteries. Stick these on 4 stacks, I think. In fact, isn't a stack of those 10 anyway? Okay. There's some buffer. Did I set that everywhere? Not quite. Look at this, 2 Spidertrons. Blimey. And that needs to be set to, I don't know, 5 or something. We only want like 1 in each spider, or maybe 2 if it needs to fill the gap. But it's just, they almost act like a power buffer, really. And we've got, I think I've got anyway. I've got like higher power things, I think, eventually. What did we want? If we set that to 10. So that's chugging away, making 1. We can boost the speed on that as well. And then effectively we'll want the same arrangement. And in fact, I'm going to put that there so it's not obscuring the view. And then we want shields. So we need shield level 1. I wonder if I can put companion drones in Spidertrons. Huh. That might be ridiculously OP. Which I am not against. Given the amount of trouble these biters have given me. So that's that. And that's steel and red circuits. Okay. Steel. Red circuits. I'm not actually a massive fan of these types of builds. It's very simple, but that's sort of my problem with it. I prefer the chaos. Oops, the chaos of spaghetti, or you know. Why did it set that to 22? Huh. But then it didn't want them anyway. Yeah, it's making them. Inserter. Yeah, I'm not usually that big a fan of these. I mean, they work and stuff. I'm not saying they don't, but they're just a bit too boring. And from someone who likes bus builds, that's quite a statement, I think. What are we after? Shield level 1. So, oops, I have to set it to 200 again. 20 of them. And shield level 2. Now we're going to need quite a few of those, I guess, so maybe I should set that to 20. Should I bother putting lasers in, you guys? Wait. Is that grid? Oh, yes, it is the same size. Okay. Right, so I want similar to what I've got, basically. Right, so we got... I bet it's using all of these in here, isn't it? Yeah, it's got one of them. I want to set one of them up so I can just copy and paste it. Is this balloon circuit's been rubbish again? Yeah. Maybe if I put prods in, it'll slow them down a bit. And give us some more free stuff. I think I threw one on the floor then. Oh well. Yeah, so that'll slow them down a bit and sort of get more of them running, if you see what I mean. But the real problem is, I think that This just isn't properly filled up. I mean, we could stop doing research as well, and that'll reduce the demand. I'll say a lot of it's more to do with, oops, the fact I'm only just upgrading and there's little gaps in the chain. Oh, and of course this is providing, stealing quite a few of that. But yeah, so it needs to finish off the red belt. But of course I gave him a whole load of solar panels and lumen accumulators to build. Ugh, typical. Right, so we've not even got legs. Are there that few electric engines? Yeah, there you go. That's green circuits as well. I wonder, it's difficult to tell, you know, whether this is sort of working or not. Because they're all backed up, but is that because the belts aren't, you know, chugging through quickly enough, or is it more production that, you know, that I can handle, sort of thing? I mean, I imagine having blue belts isn't helping. Yellow inserters. So I bet they'll be able to put a few more out. In fact, that's not actually upgraded, is it? Yeah, this is all stacked up and then it's not getting down the other end just because some of this needs upgrading quicker. It's not going to get upgraded quicker. It's only making them quite slowly. It'll work through. It'll work through. I'm surprised. What have I set this to then? X less than 100. Is that the right stat? No, it isn't, is it? Or a plonker. So Z... It's got... Oh, no. X is logistic spots. Yeah. So, available logistic spots is less than 100. Put more in. So what is X? Oh, I hate this. You have to connect a thing up, don't you? Like that. And then it'll tell me. I think. So X is 430. Z is 520. So there's loads of them available. There's just not enough material for them to do all the jobs with. So I'm guessing we've used up all the solar panels and stuff we had in stock. Which won't have been very many. I think it was only 500 or something. Yeah, there we go. Solar panels, yeah, so they're not... Oh, right, copper's running low, is it? Well, it is given it's only half a lane to start with, okay. So I think more general upgrading is probably needed for the basic resources, but let's let it do the green circuits first. Because this is clearly going a bit mental. Oh, there we go. Because effectively, it's just a bottleneck, basically. Every one of these just acts as a, you know, thou shalt not pass sort of thing. Okay. Have we built anything else? Could I just stick in... Why don't I hand build them? Can I hand build them? Nope, I haven't even got any. Okay. Doing well here. Right, we've at least got a battery. So I could pop that in. We've not made any... Yeah, blue circuits again. What else? I guess 377. That seems bonkers. 200. I think no. 10, 20. That's like 2 rows, isn't it? Did I not reset these? Guess not. Oh, we have made another one though. Maybe I should set that a bit lower and it won't chunk away. You know, using up materials for other things. Anyway, we can start to set you up. So we definitely want lots and lots of rockets. So I think it holds 200. In its slot thing. That's very descriptive, wasn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8. So if we set that to, say, 2,800, it's a spare container of 2,000. I think I'm going to colour you red. And then, what do we want? We want legs. We want loads of shields. Say, I guess 2 batteries in the end. We want power. Should probably put 2 of them in it, actually. Could I pinch one of mine? Where did that go? Yeah. And then, have I got shields on there, or am I shieldless? I'm shieldless, okay. Oh, I've got 3 there. Oh no, they're batteries, sorry. So let's put them back. And then, oh, got 5 more shields, excellent. And then if we call you Spidertron. Cool. And then we want them in. So you can put lasers in them and stuff, but it's a bit counterproductive because the rockets have sufficient range, and I don't know if I've done all the buffs, but you can buff them up quite a lot. Rockets, explosives. Yeah, I've done most of the researches then. But yeah, it sort of kills them off before they get into laser range usually, or if you're in laser range, you're probably in trouble. Because that means there's too much stuff there. And you need more Spidertrons. The question, you see, what I could do is I could have one of them that also has a... Because what I've had some success with is you take legs out of one of them and put in a roboport, and then you set it in such a way that I can't remember what's that one. You turn that one off, and then if you have that in the crew, as it were, it will auto repair the Spidertrons that take damage when everything comes to a stop. So long as you keep them moving, you don't lose too many bots. Because what tends to happen if you don't is it basically just kills all your bots, and then you've no way of repairing it. But we'll think about that one later. What do we want to do next? I mean, we could do the explosives as we're about to get. Or I could leave it so that we can build up some green circuits. Let's leave it, because they are quite buffed. How are you doing? So you've now got that many. Okay, these should probably go a lot higher than this. Oops. Wrong thing. So you get a speed boost. I bet that means these are quite low as well. Yeah. Okay. Speed boost, speed boost. There we go. See, these haven't got the green circuits they need either. How are we doing? So there is a tiny trickle of red getting down here now. That's good. So it goes all the way down to here. Something is really hogging green circuits. Ah. Oh, no, that's okay. What's eating all the... Oh, the reds are... Yeah, okay. Maybe if I switch out... rods? I mean, now that science is off, it'll actually catch up quite quickly, but... Oh, right, some of these are backed up anyway. Why is that? I bet I've not got a lot of lane balancing going on, have I? Okay. Oh, right off. Out of prods. Oh, and of course the bots are taking... Yeah, okay. Now, what's happening? Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, that's good. I mean, we can add another one of these on. I like so. Is that in range? Yeah. Because there's stuff left on the lane. So these probably won't run at, run at rate, but, it'll use up that full lane of copper. Because this copper's not really doing anything. I think it's going to ammo. Eventually. Yeah. So it's going to ammo, but we've got so much ammo on this belt. If we never made a bit of ammo again, I bet we wouldn't notice, really. Okay, let's have a look and see how the artillery's doing. So that's still being made. Okay. What about this one, though? So we could clear these guys out. And hopefully it will shoot from... Oh, no, it's shot from there. Okay. We're going to need to put the... In fact, we could probably give... We could probably eat some of this away, because... These are now... The backstop ones, really. Shouldn't get too many attacks. Going at the back end. That's obviously not in range of everybody. Of anybody, rather. So let's put one there. And they'll fill that one out. This has been built, so... Can we? Yes, we can. Is that too far? Yeah. Just get that one. And that one. A little bit of tidying up. I could put the next one in, because they won't build it by the time those attack waves come back. And we could always put a couple in here, I think. We're at the stage where it sort of doesn't matter if we lose a few bits and pieces. Really? Let's say I could nibble these out. Gives them a few more lasers to put further up the defensive line. Like that, and that, and that. What does that leave? So that leaves 5, so that's 5. No. 1, 2, yeah. I'll take one more out. I should have put some... No, I didn't put any chests in, did I? So let's do a little bit of chesticle there. And I bet there aren't any over here either. No. Just gives them places to put spares, basically, or any rubbish that doesn't quite fit, as it were. Or if they pick up any trees or rocks or anything. Yeah, so those are the response waves. I say they've not even started building that. Cool. How are we doing? Is that in range? That's probably a nest there. That one definitely is. That's out of range, and that's a worm. Yeah. Worms are perfect fodder for Spidertrons. Oh, go on. Oh, could maybe get a couple there. Yep. Okay, how are we doing? I was just saying that there was loads of copper left, but there isn't loads of copper left. Oh. I think I did ratio it for like full belts, so you know, it's not surprising. It's just the backup effect of where they miss one or two and then it looks like there's more on the lane, but there isn't. There's just literally one. But there you go. Right, so this looks like it's all upgraded. Oh, and yeah, that blue circuit has got loads of green on it. So hopefully we should be making stuff. So that grid is all set up. That trunk is all set up. So let's see how many spiders we can make. Whoops. So, 2, 3, 4. Because it has to bring the... It doesn't... I don't think it puts like a request on for those, does it? You have to have them in your inventory or something. Let's see what it does. In fact, I need that turned off anyway, I think. Yeah, so missing equipment. So I need them, I guess, in my inventory. But we've got a few now, we've got a few. No legs. Which is a bit weird. Oh, it's the electric engines. It's those darned electric engines. Okay. Wait. Is it not putting any of them in? Why is it not putting... I thought you could copy the grid as well. I guess not. Unless it only copies it if you've got everything. How bizarre. Let's just put them in then. So it was 4 and 2... Oops. And then... Oops. No, don't do that. And 1 there. I thought you'd copy the entire grid over. Didn't look like it. Okay. Some of these haven't even got... What we could do is just sort of add some in manually so that they're a bit more, oops, a bit more even. Oh. What am I missing then? So it's still not got these guys, which is blue circuits again. Did you have legs? Yeah. Let's just steal a couple of those then. And get them in there. No. Like that. No, not batteries. Need one more of them. I guess I could put that away, couldn't I? So it doesn't make too many more of them. But it's thingamies we need. Thingamies. Let's put those back in there. Thingamies. If you want me, I mean, I guess I could chuck in what I've got. Is there really not that many blue circuits? I mean, it was a pathetic production amount, so maybe I shouldn't be too surprised. But it has now backed up here. Add some more in. Why not? Let's have a little treat. That on. Oh, I might have. Oh, I guess they've been assigned to the network. Assigned to the network. What are we missing here? We're missing quite a lot of solar panels, but yeah. I mean, these are not going to be anywhere near ratio. They're just literally copied and pasted rubbish. But that's fine. So it looks like we've got to the point where we're running on solar and wind turbines. Steam engine's still kicking at night, but is that because I've got no logic on them? Looks like I've got no logic on them. Okay. We could just quickly nip down and do that. Is that my only coal power? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Where the heck is my car? There's me. No, that's me tank. There's me car. There's me car. Let's speed down and do that. So we need an accumulator. There's no point burning. Oh, of course we got advanced accumulators. Huh. I didn't want to build any of that stuff until I had the proper factories going. Anyway, we've got an accumulator. Let's head back to the original base. Oh. Oops. Oh. Those would be some trees. Those would be some trees. And those would be some rocks. Okay, so what we want to do, obviously they only kick in, it sort of controls them. It's a bit interesting how it does it actually, but they only sort of kick in really at night, but it tends to favour like active production sources rather than accumulators. So what we can do, we can set these pumps so they only turn on if they get an A signal that's less than 10. One of the things I really struggled with the circuit network, in fact maybe if we do one at 5, was it does like continuous signal production, and it also does things like it automatically does a lot of maths for you, so it'll add signals together and things like that, where because the circuit network is sort of like programming, but not really. It's like programming with a few built-in functions that you would have to code yourself or account for yourself. So, you know, it's sort of more sympathetic programming, essentially. And having a little bit of a programming background, there were things it was doing that was like, but why is it doing that? I don't understand. It's because it does things like, say, automatically does certain addition and subtraction for you, where you might not be expecting it to. If it had been an entirely dumb system, which it is not. Okay, so how are we doing with our Spidertron army? We have one of those missing. So that's that. We have... No, still no portable fusions. It's because they're so expensive. Eventually it will make them, but... yeah. Could I just hand make some? I bet it's brought... oh no, it's brought me 4. I'm not going to be able to make one with 4. Right. So yeah, can I put companion drones? Because we've got those companion drones. Can I put them in a Spidertron? Because they're like super bots, basically. And you can also put shields on them and all sorts. Do I want to do that? Because they get a bit trigger happy. I mean, we could always put them on... let's see. We could always set them to... I bet we can't do it anyway, because you control them with your own things, so... yeah, it's not going to let me do this, is it? Because if I put that in there... yeah, it's just in its inventory. It's not attached to... yeah, there's no way of controlling it, I don't think. So if I just launch it, it's attached to me. Yeah, that's not going to work. Oh, in that way, I mean, we could ride around in the Spidertron. And kind of fulfill the same job. Something to think about, that. Something to think about. Cool. Still missing blue circuits. Oh, I bet I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Increase the machines, but didn't connect the pipe. Okay, so how many would it produce? So 32.4, so it would use more than 2 yellow belts worth for these machines that we've got. So there's no point adding more on. Because actually some of these won't quite work anyway. Not properly. Yes, the last two will switch on and off, basically. Do, 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 do. Can I add more rockets? I could possibly add more rockets. That would help speed things along a tiny bit. Cool. Right, let's have a look at the artillery situation then. Still technically missing some gun turrets. That's interesting. I am making gun turrets, aren't I? I don't see any gun turrets. Maybe because they're being made down in the old base. I never added them here. Okay, let's see if we can request them. So much on my list now. Okay, so it says there's none available. I suspect I'm not making them. Because they would be here. Okay, let's go and quickly do that then. What we could do sort of while, because it looks like it's going to take a while for like the Spidertrons to sort of get up to speed effectively. We could do some of the blueprint stuff. So if we were to add on what we need to do, because we could design the train network for this, because it's going to be different how I normally do trains. So we could start designing some of that maybe. What am I looking for? I'm looking for gun turrets, which are there, which are iron and copper. So I don't need that. Down. Let's just hard limit that. Iron. Oh, I do need. Okay. I was like, oh, I don't need cogs, but I do need cogs. 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 It's decided to be sunny here in the UK, so it's quite warm in this room again. One of our 5 allotted days of sunshine in the UK. Right, so that's them. Have we made any further progress? I've sort of been quite cautious with it because it's actually been. I tried several. I do remember experimenting on several different ways of building them, of doing the clearance, and the biters are at such a degree that actually it's like I tried about 6 companion drones, and basically all the companion drones got killed because we're getting behemoth biters, and of course there's armored biters on this mod, this stream. Oh. No power pole, brilliant. So they're actually pretty tasty, the biters. They can hold their own. Let's lob in a couple of shells there. So I kind of end up. So I could just get rid of them all. Let's do 2. And I think we might do this in parallel, actually. Because obviously they won't automatically shoot at anything outside of that range, so the fact I'm manually clearing further means I can extend these, but it's more to do with, so the response waves that come back, we don't want them turning up just as these are being built, because it'll just waste a load of material, basically. And a load of bots. They'll shoot at the bots. Attack the bots, rather. Attack the bot. Bots. Bot. Right, so they're about equal, so that'll push out fairly evenly. They are now equal. So we could put another couple there. Yeah, so once it's filled them out, say we could probably do something here. But yeah, I tried going out with, like, you know, rockets and all sorts of stuff myself. And, you know, using the companion drones and all that, and they just, it's not enough. It's not enough, like, a weight of fire. Because some of these things, like the weird turrets I'm building, can cope with them, but of course they're all static and they're all ammo based, basically. So yeah, it's sort of not quite good enough. Now, are we literally just missing rockets and power? Yeah, we are, aren't we? Okay. And it's going to take ages to build all of them. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a think about some of the railway stuff, I guess, then. So only about 20 minutes left on the stream. I'll just sort of leave it running. In fact, I may do some of the biter clearance, but I'll just sort of leave it running and finish all of the jobs, basically, and fill these guys up and let it build up a stack and all that sort of stuff. I'm quite impressed with how much of this has been built, actually. I didn't think there'd be enough to even do one of them, really. I mean, this isn't the sort of design I would do, but this type of thing is, you know, what we're going to end up with. So it's actual things that look more like solar panels, so not deliberately designed squares that, you know, are maximum efficiency. That's why I want to do the high level solar panels and stuff, because then we can do things that actually look like real world solar fields. Something more, you know, more akin to this. I don't think it'll be this exact patterning, but, you know, that type of thing, I think, is what we're going for. Right, yes, so, railways. Let's see if we can't clear a load of stuff out. Do I even have trains being made? We must have, surely. We must have trains. We must have trains. Let's maybe make that 10, say. Not in logistics network. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. Maybe we should go and make some trains then. Why am I not making trains? Am I not making any rail stuff? I know why. Because I'm making it here. Huh. That's annoying. Okay, let's hop in the car then and go and pick it up by hand. Ooh, I feel dirty. Manual labour again. I guess I must have thought, it's a bit weird second guessing yourself, but I must have thought, right, well, I'm making it there, so don't need to make it here yet. I mean, it was a bit of a rush, I remember, the last couple of streams, because we got loads of science done and loads of stuff built. But I guess I was focusing on new things rather than things I'd already technically built. Where am I even going? It's down there, isn't it? Ah! Oops. Ugh. Don't crash into everything. And I mean, we could put these into a network, but oh my god, that's a long way for bots to be moving stuff. Right, okay. Let's get some rail. Oh, I've got loads of rail. Okay. And... oh, everything here. Lights. Camera. Action. Rail. Guess I haven't made any wagons, though. Fluid wagons, you know. What else might we need? I guess we probably need power poles. Some lights, maybe. Have we got lights here? Might not have lights here anymore. Nope, there's lights. There you go, there's the turrets we were making down south. Okay. Yeah, I've got loads of radars. Yeah, okay, so we can make some train blueprints down here somewhere. Yeah, maybe. Right. Let's clear all of this rubbish out. Around here. Oh. Okay. Now, I think I discussed this before, but the intention really is to have mega trains at some point. Now, what I'd love to do is when... oh, hello there, Grim, you alright? Yeah, I'm okay. How are you doing? Is it nice and sunny down there? Dance half. Yes, I'm well. It's been a very weird week, if I'm totally honest, but not in ways I can actually discuss on live stream. Some client confidential stuff, but yeah, it's been an interesting week. You see, what I'd love to do is have trains like that, and we'll have, like, you know, 4 lanes or something like that, but we can't really do that because essentially we would have nowhere to put signals. It's one of the things, I mean, I get why it's a 2x2 grid for rail, but it makes it a bit annoying in that front, in that you've always got to space them out. Yeah, so we can't do that. We'd have to have some sort of gap. I mean, what we could do is right-hand drive, obviously. But right-hand drive breaks my brain, basically. I mean, We could still do that with left-hand drive, couldn't we? So in other words, it's trains travelling... Oh no, it doesn't work like that, does it? The signals are only on the right. I always forget that. Yeah, so we're going to have to leave a gap. Because I just can't do right-hand drive. That's a shame. Oh well. I got into my knee today, but it's okay because I can still walk. Get my little white legs out today. Engineer working, or you know, it's. I hope it's not too bad, but sorry to hear that. I had to do the rail for my 5k base because roundabouts keep getting blocked. You're a roundabout user, are you? Not sure I approve of that sort of thing. I hate roundabouts. Can just get in the bin, to be honest with you. So yeah, so I can't put these next to each other, which is what I would like to do, because I think that looks more like, you know, real world railways. But yeah. Now, we're not constrained. What we're not going to be doing is sending power to all of our, which in a sense is sort of pointless, but we're not going to be sending power along with the railways. Each base is going to be independently powered, but it might be useful just to use them to space things out. Oops. How many rail tracks have I got? Because what I would normally do is like either a, you know, a 1-4-1 type build with it going both ways, something like that. I've not somehow managed to not connect that. Not sure if I want to go that route this time. I think what I'd quite like to have, I think, because it'd be a lot more interesting visually at the very least, is to go a bit more bespoke. So a bit more sort of, well, these trains that do this job are this big, and these trains that do that job are that big, and these trains that do another job are, you know, smaller but double-sided, and that sort of thing. I'm not sure that's... I think I might actually go a single-headed train network. Maybe? Oops. Because it's something I don't normally do, but you can do some quite nice designs with, like, returning, you know, like when you're at station, you know, you have them all, you know, so all of the stations sort of connect together in a single, you know, thing. I've made a horrible mess of that, but I'm sure it makes... You've seen them before. I've been on my knees all day, so one is stiff, and I don't know, like, I don't like roundabouts. Going for a hexagon design. That's Y intersections. Oh my lord. Okay. I thought you were doing... Is that your... Can you do hexagons with... Because aren't you doing city blocks for your megabase? Hexagon bases are super awesome. I've seen a few of them. I don't know that I could ever build one. I say, well, I probably could, obviously, but I think I'd have to understand city block building a bit better than I currently do. Yeah, so I think we'll go with like differently sized trains, in the sense that, you know, they'll have different numbers of carriages and things on, and then we can essentially build, and every station will be a pass-through station. Do I want that? Oh, it doesn't stop me doing double-headed trains no matter what I do, really. Because I'm thinking we'll have like a proper like refuel. We'll have a locomotive base that will have all the refueling in it. So we'll have all of the trains going back to us. Because I'm sort of anticipating we won't have lots of trains. We'll have enormous trains. So I say this is the problem in a sense of the massive, you know, ridiculous amounts of resources I've got. But if you imagine this is a copper patch, then it's going to be a gigantic train that pulls up. And maybe there's two of them. But rather than something like 282 or something, it's literally two, or like like you get those trains you have in that cross Australia, where it's like 50 carriages long, something like that, something absolutely bonkers. But then we can do a whole smelting thing where it pulls up and unloads into a gigantic array of smelters. But that's it. We just have the one smelter array, and we fuel it with two gigantic trains sort of thing that load up at the thing. So it's not about having 500 trains. It's about having 100 train or 50 trains with 500 carriages sort of thing, is what I'm thinking, because then we get much more visual variety and it'll be a bit more, I think, aesthetically interesting and sort of pleasing. So for example, the blue circuits train might just be a 1-1 train, but the green circuits train is a 2-8 train sort of thing. I'm probably going to go with binary powers of 2 numbers because it just makes balances and stuff easier. But we could maybe have a few 1-3s and that sort of thing. Yeah, I think that's decided. I've convinced myself anyway. So, I assume by Y intersections you mean effectively that sort of thing. So it's, I guess, something like that. I might pinch that, actually. I might steal that, because that's quite cool, having that sort of intersection. Interesting. Anyway, I've blathered on rather than actually building anything. So a little trick I worked out, I bet this is known to just about everybody, is you can, if you offset the rails, the signals, it works as a rotational thing, so you can turn it around and it's exactly the same. I didn't know that for ages. But yeah, so the question really is how far apart I want the signals. So if this was a sort of a mega train, how big would it actually be? So if it was, how many carriages have I actually got? Probably not that many. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Can I just make one more to make it 16? But yeah, I want the bases to be quite far apart, you see, and that's why we use mega long trains. No, I can't make a carriage. Right. So, okay. So if we build it based on it being 16 long, so that's the front. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 would be there. One more. No. So if that's that, then that fits a 16 like carriage / unit train in. But we need it to be rotationally symmetric, so these actually need to be somewhere in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, well, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so about here. Oh! So much just got trashed. What was that? What did you blow up? Oh, okay. That's not very convenient. Please stop that. Please stop. Please. Thank you. I mostly use 141, but I've started using 282, but one-way trains. Okay. You mean, so 282 as in, if they're one-way, presumably you've got carriages in the same direction, you mean? Going the same way? I mean, I could do similar. We could do some things around, you know, if we're doing some, you know, whatever it would be, 52 carriage mega trains, we could have some, you know, locos in the middle. Because that's, like, realistic to how trains actually are. You know, they have lots of, if they're really big, they have quite a few traction units on them. Anyway. It's about time I finished, anyway. Let's just get this one blueprint set up. I mean, this was always what I was going to move on to next. You know, train stuff, because so I need to position that such that it's sort of in the middle. But oops, because that's how I want to build the bases. Essentially, we need to set up a kind of a train network that we can use to actually, you know, build and build and build. Because we'll set up the smelteries first, and then, you know, wait. So does that work as a... It's not quite... So if it's one shorter, what does that look? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So this is our straight rail, and I say it's not going to have power going down. The idea is each factory will have its own power system. But yeah, that's our straight rail. Now I need it to tile. No, we need it to snap to grid. Relative. Why have you put that up there? Why have you done that? I guess there was something in the way. You see, I'm still tempted to do like four-lane trains. Not because it's a practical thing. I just think they look awesome when you've got them. I'll have to think about that one. You know, when you've got them set up. So we need it, what is it, halfway. So 57? No, that can't be right. Oh, there must be multiples of 2. Of course there must, because trains. So if I plot that down, are you... No, you're not, are you? What have I done wrong there? So that would need to be 54. So put that there. Nope. I guess, I bet this entire blueprint needs to be slightly shorter. And then it'll work. A 2x2 factor. Oh, why has it done that? Always does my head in. So I probably need to have a look at my other blueprints, to be honest with you. So if that was... No, that's not right, is it? because that's not rotationally symmetric. Losing the plot, I think. I think I'd only get into Spidertrons if I was thinking of a 20k plus science per minute base. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. This series, this aesthetic series, it's not really about being practical in a sense. It's about doing things that I think look good, essentially. And obviously, aesthetic is a very. I'm aware it's a very subjective sort of, metric that I'm putting on things, but it's things that I think look good as, factories. So it's a bit. It's almost like trying to do satisfactory style, pretty builds in Factorio. It's like, and it's the same idea that, they look good. Oh, we're getting attacked again. Will you stop? I bet it's because they've run out of lasers. I don't know. Classic overkill. Why are you even attacking? Because there's nothing going on. Oh well. But yeah, it's about doing sort of things that I think look good, essentially, rather than necessarily being practical. It's like almost the antithesis of efficiency in a sense, but not that we won't be building things to ratio and factories that work and that. It's just I wanted to do something that was a bit more about, good looking in a sense, rather than, as I say, based on sort of almost like a Satisfactory style. Like, like when you see people build these things in Satisfactory and they look totally awesome, with really cool designs for the actual factory. It serves no practical purpose, it's just aesthetically pleasing. Just it has no more efficiency or whatever than just a bunch of factories laid out on a concrete slab, but it looks awesome, and that's kind of what I want to try and go for with this series. It has got horribly delayed because of all the issues I've had with biters, but yeah, it's been a while since I picked it up, so Discord. Yes, there is actually. There is. So, yeah, I mean, yes. That's a bit of a tricky question because there is what I would maybe like an official Trismegistus, like YouTube Discord thing set up by. So technically, there's a moderator for the channel, but he doesn't tend to come around too much, and I've not demodded him or anything. He's lovely guy, but he just doesn't tend to watch too much anymore. He's quite young, so he sort of, I guess, probably lost interest. But he set up a like Trismegistus, YouTube, like Discord thing. But I don't know. I can't remember what. I am technically an owner of it, but there's no. It's just me and him basically as members, and I can't remember what. There's probably links somewhere on my page, maybe. But I also obviously have a personal Discord, but I never remember what the number. I don't. The honest truth is, I don't use Discord. It's just another thing in the list of, social media things that I sort of haven't really engaged with properly. I'm afraid so. I don't tend to use Discord very much at all. It is the honest truth. If you want to add me on Steam, I tried to find you on. I don't know. Are you on Steam, or do you tend to use mostly Epic? If you want to add me on Steam, I'm more than happy to. I accept friend requests on there. If you wanted to get in touch with me privately, as it were. Yeah. So if you want to say, I did. So I tried to look up. There's about 4 Grim Reaper GTs on Steam, and they're all set to private. So I didn't know which one was you. But yeah, I mean, you can always do like private. I can't remember what they're called. Notifications, is it on Twitch? If there's something you wanted to ping me about. But yeah, I mean, I should probably set stuff like that. But it's like, how to put it. I don't know that I want this to be anything other than a bit of a hobby. And I know, people, if they're trying to do, become a content creator and all that sort of stuff, then you need to have a Discord and all that sort of stuff. But I'm not too fussed about going that far with it. Just happy to do a bit of streaming and, people like yourself to come and chat and all that sort of stuff, really. It's like I'm vaguely on the position where maybe I could become. In fact, let's get me schedule up. I think we'll end it. We'll end it roughly there, where I could become one of these affiliates. I think they call it. But I was trying to look up whether you could become an affiliate. But where's my schedule? Become an affiliate, but not actually monetize the stream, because I don't really want anyone paying for this rubbish. But you can't do that. You've got to monetize, basically. You can not have ads on, but you can't stop people giving you these the bit things and subscribing and stuff. And I think there's like a minimum. You couldn't set this. I don't think you can set the subscription to be like a penny or something like that. You have to have it as about £10 or something like, or £5. I can't remember what the number is, but so yeah. So because I'd quite like to do that and get like the emotes and things like that. I think they're quite fun, but so I don't really want anyone paying for me. And I also looked. Could you maybe redirect? So that if they pay you, as it were, it goes straight to a charity or something like that. But again, you can't set that up. I'd have to manually donate the stuff to to the thing, and I'd have to pay taxes on it, I think. But yeah, so anyway, yes. So I do technically have a Discord. I couldn't tell you what the thing is. It is Trismegistus, but I'm guessing there's probably like 1 million bots with Trismegistus now. But I don't know what the end numbers are, because you need like the end numbers, don't you, to find me. But feel free to search, and maybe in 6 months I'll look at my Discord and accept the request or whatever. Sorry, that's not meant to be. I know people love it, and I think it is great. It's just it's not something I've ever really engaged with. I just say, yeah. I mean, say. What? There's got to be some way I can get you my thing, and then I can. So I don't know if you can do it through. Anyway, I'll think about how I want to do that. I say I could. You see what I mean? I've not actually got my Discord on the list here, even though it's a thing that exists. I just know that I wouldn't look at it, if you see what I mean. It's just one of them things, really. Anyway. Blathering on about nothing in particular, but yeah. So schedule for this weekend and next weekend is just Factorio all the time. It will be different series. So today and Mondays we'll do the Aesthetic Factorio. I say I'll leave it running so that it's all sort of finished, with all the Spidertrons and stuff, and actually do some of the clearance. But yes, we will pick up this series on Monday again. For a couple of hours. Saturday will be the Crashtorio 2 playthrough. We'll be doing the rare earth metals tomorrow, and possibly restarting science. Depends how quickly I get rare earth set up. We will then do the blueprint series on Sunday. There's quite a few things I could do with the blueprint series for Sunday. I'm not entirely sure which. I kind of realised I was being a bit daft with the science builds, because I was like squishing them in for no apparent reason. So we could rework a lot of the connections on that. But also there's a load of other stuff. Like I've not got a green circuit build, red circuit build, and stuff. So there's lots and lots to do on all of the series. Got it, PM me. Cool. Yes, so if you did want to catch up with any of my series, any of my live streams, all the VODs go onto the YouTube channel, and there's Twitter. I just tweet when I'm going live. Basically, that's about the sum total of it. But that's it for today. And I will, as I say, be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So if you have been watching, thanks for doing so. And If you want to come back, then say there's a schedule there. I hope you've enjoyed it and you might consider coming back. I've completely messed up my outro because I'm distracted. Yeah, so if you haven't been watching, thanks. And I will hopefully see you again. Cheers. What a mess.